you're here because you want to leave your stress behind. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanna bury your sorrow in a vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over, deplete your appetite. Got to vibe, honey. We got the specialist beating for supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We live and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, say hyper, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We live and light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note. Get out, yeah. And you'll be singing, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, in no time. Like I don't wanna go, yeah. Like I don't wanna go, go, go home. I don't wanna be singing, oh, yeah. You'll be singing, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Get out, yeah. It's a little hard sometimes to feel the quiet. Holla if you're settling, we'll let it spin whenever tired. Getting into overload, don't lose your flow. Holla if you're here because you wanted us to take control with the vibe, honey. All of your troubles don't seem so amplified, 'cause inside we're brave, can't take you over, deplete your appetite. That's a vibe, honey. We got the specialist beating for supply. We put it down, and they'll be telling us, yeah, yeah. Spin another vibe, bro. We live the light up. When the night ends, you'll be leaving on a high note.
Well, welcome in everybody to Season 2 2024, Round 1 of the ENSCAR Championship. Tonight, live from the world famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And well, joining me right now in the comms box, back out of retirement, it is Mr. Carl Nedler. Carl, mate, how good is it to be back? And well, round 1, mate, let's get it on.
Yeah, now this is something that I've been waiting for, and obviously getting those juices flowing by helping you on a Sunday at VRA. But man, we've been hyping this up all week, Brad, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I was true to my word, winning that plate championship and then jumping into the comms box with you this season. So, I can't wait.
Yeah, tell you right, mate, it's where it all began for us, and well, it's go time. Season number 6 in total. Of course, we've had 4 champions across the 5 seasons so far. Our inaugural champion Dan Hedderscheid not fronting the season. Recent baby born, I believe. So big ups to Dan. Unfortunately, not part of the season. Of course, we went season 2, and Toby Stent took the championship out. Season 3, Matt Buck claimed, and then well, season 4, Bryce Harding turned up out of nowhere, mate, and took it away, and then went back to back. So
yeah, that was a pretty special season for him last year. Obviously, been quite competitive, and the first person to go back to back, showing just how good he is, and sort of how good that Sigma crew were, and weren't the one-hit wonder, so to speak. And they're following that form up at the moment, as we've been watching in the Xfinity Series on Sunday night. So yeah, no surprises there that those guys are doing well.
Yeah, too right. Well, yourself, Carl, mate, took that plate championship last year in fairly convincing style, to be fair. Not last year, last season, I should say. And mate, you said to us if you took it out, you'd be joining us back in the comms box. So, mate, here you are.
Yeah. No, it was it looked like last season. I went through a patch there. I was really enjoying the sim racing and getting in behind the league stuff and racing a bit of Aussie Outlaws or Weekend Warriors, and doing quite well on that, and had a couple of unfortunate results, and then ended up having to sit out the Martinsville race just due to family commitments, and ended up missing the playoffs, which I was a little bit gutted about, and yeah, so obviously had a good run through that plate series and got some good results there. Obviously that narrow second to Matt Pluckett, Texas, which I would argue goes down as one of the best finishes that we've seen in sim racing, or New Zealand sim racing, and the NASCAR side of things. Anyway, that was a pretty cool race to be a part of there at the end of that. But yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked with how obviously the season finished up, and it's always nice winning something, regardless if it's a plate championship or a race or a championship, the Chase Championship in itself. So no, I'm pretty stoked, but looking forward to the next 14 rounds, sitting in the booth with you, Brad, and calling some good racing, and hopefully a little bit less stress up here, mate. And,
yeah, too right.
Bit more enjoyable. You know what it's like. Yeah,
too right. And I'll tell you what, Carl, I just need to do something quickly here. This game is really loud, and
I think just to also cap off our brief little chat we got going here. There's obviously a new initiative, or some sponsors on board this year with the league, which is really nice to see. Obviously something new, and people getting in behind the league and supporting the league, and we've had that huge support, and you'll probably hear this from Wayne a little bit later on as well, but had the huge support from a lot of people entering and turning up, and having a good following right the way through the season, and just how things are done. And I can't obviously thank the people that have jumped on board this season, especially active plus Howick, obviously doing the main sponsorship for the season. And then this week we've got Superior Lawn Solutions. So yeah, it's quite cool to see, that there's that much support behind the league, and it's growing, and people are getting amongst it. So
Yeah, too right, certainly is. And mate, while we keep chatting through the drivers, we've got another one waiting in the wings. And mate, this bloke here, he was in the commentary box last season, and he thought it'd be a good idea to get out there amongst it and get amongst the action. So Kempy, mate, you're looking forward to it?
Yeah, I mean to say, it's definitely different scenery from looking at a glass window to looking through a screen at some actual front of a car. So, yeah, what's the base?
Yeah, too right.
He's taking the opportunity to throw shade and banter at everyone's way, sitting behind a microphone and a TV booth. Now he's out there doing it and experiencing what every other man and his dogs had to put up with for the last 5 seasons.
Oh, exactly. I mean to say, I've been given it, so I'm expecting it back, and it's only fair that I get it.
Yeah. What's going through your head going into your debut race at ENSCAR here, Quimby? What can we expect?
I'd be happy just to finish the race with minimal damage, ideally. First outing, just no expectations too high. Ideally, finish the race would be a good start. Clearly, I'm not very good at that, so I'll be stoked if I can do that.
You wouldn't have seen it in the main channels of Discord, but I've actually put a bounty out on your head tonight. So if someone can take you out before the end of the race, they will be getting paid.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Money already transferred. How good?
That's all right. Can I put him through the fence every week after that, though?
Oh, you might be dealing with the powers that be, but hey.
It's only fair.
Wouldn't expect anything less, to be fair. But mate, big change obviously from being up here and being able to take the piss out of people, I guess, to now possibly getting the piss taken out of you. So.
Oh, well, I mean to say, it's all fair in love and war.
Yeah.
I've been giving it, and I'm going to get it, so it is what it is. If you can give it, then you should be able to take it, so bring it on. I'm going to turn up. If I fuck it up, then you can tell me.
Too right. Well, mate, of course, you, I believe another 5 other drivers competing in that rookie series or rookie championship this season, so mate, one to go after, I guess, unless you're going to go and try and claim the whole thing.
Well, baby steps, I guess.
Well,
get through tonight first.
That's not the attitude, Kemper. You're supposed to say, mate, we're ready, and I turn up to win races, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, I've got to be realistic about it.
Here.
I've got to be realistic. My track record in finishing races and having a straight car at the end of races I do finish isn't very good, so got to set the bar quite low so that it's not a disappointment.
That's right. Well, I'll tell you what, Kempy, mate, get out there and go and send it. Of course, you'll be live in car across the championship, so anybody tuning in, THD_Michael on Twitch, go and check that out at some stage. Of course, hang around for the big show here, but mate, all the best for the season ahead, and see how you go in that rookie championship.
Yeah, no, cheers, boys. It's definitely going to be a bit of excitement. It's a learning curve, not something I'm used to, so yeah, I'm up for a bit of a challenge, see how it pans out. It's either going to be good or it's going to be fucking terrible. It's going to be no in between.
Yeah,
all jokes aside, Kempy, all jokes aside, mate, enjoy it and have some fun, man.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I'm turning up for. I mean to say, if it's going to take it serious, I wouldn't turn up because I know it's just not something I can do. So yeah, go out there, have some fun, and see how each week pans out.
Yeah, too right. Well, mate, we better get on with it, Kempy. Go out there, mate. Give it your best, and see if you can get through this one.
Sweet. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Have a good call.
Yeah, mate. Beauty. Yeah, thoughts from Michael Kemp. We'll get in now. He's waiting in the wings, and it is our defending champion. In fact, 2 in a row, looking to go for the 3-peat this season. Of course, part of that Sigma, if I get it right, Sim Sports team. Bryce Harding, mate, welcome in.
Yeah, cheers guys, thanks for the welcome.
Well, big season, mate. Of course, last season you were the first one ever to go back-to-back in the ENSCAR Championship, and now Mate, looking for that three-peat this season. Plenty of work going on in the background, plenty of practice being done, and ready to go racing.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, it was pretty cool being the first one to come back to back. Yeah, really cool. The last season was awesome. It was so competitive. We had so many different guys up front racing around. I was just lucky enough to have it all come my way at the end. I'm really looking forward to this season. I'm just looking through the server at the moment, thinking pretty blessed. There's a lot of talent out there. I could easily see us going through a fair part of the season, having different winners every race.
Yeah, too right. And of course, you guys looks like the team's expanded a bit more as we head into a new season.
Yeah. We've always had a couple of people, sort of our mates and stuff we hang out with that usually come around and they'll watch, tune into the stream on Wednesdays, and then and they've kind of picked up how fun it is and how much enjoyment we're having, and they want to get in on it. So yeah, they've joined in, and yeah, why not? We'll just get a couple more cars painted up and we'll expand the team, and so everyone's just out there to have some fun, and yeah, it should be really good. I'm pretty sure the Discord's going to be pretty noisy with all the comms, especially if everyone's got their own battles and stuff going on. So it'll be another thing to get used to, I suppose.
Yeah, too right.
Do you guys obviously just quickly chime in? You guys obviously having quite a good run at in the Xfinities at VRA on Sunday nights, Brad. How much of that confidence you guys have got from that is going to flow into what we're going to see tonight?
The Xfinity cars, they drive completely different to the Cup cars, but there's so much you can learn from just doing them. Obviously, there's, tyre fall off and just racing like NASCARs. The NASCAR kind of rule set and when to stop, when not to, when to push, when not to. Those things are still the same, even though the cars handle differently. So definitely doing more laps. Doing the last Wednesday night series we did. Here at SMNZ, all of those races, they definitely help. They definitely help to build your confidence in what you can do. It's good. The more races you do, the better, really. Cole Larson's the proof of that, isn't he, in the real world?
Yeah, not wrong.
Absolutely.
There. Sorry, Carl.
No, you're
well, yeah, we talked about your back-to-back, mate. First one ever to achieve that, and that's a big achievement, obviously. And you look at the field, like you say, there's plenty of drivers out there that can win races, but you got to back yourself to get that three-peat done this season.
Yeah, that's it. I've usually taken a pretty soft approach into each season and kind of gone, we'll just get the points in the bag, and we'll take a bit thing. I'll do risk mitigation. I'll go, no, these guys are battling heavy. I'll sit behind them and I'll settle for a fourth or a fifth, or an eighth or a ninth if I'm back a little bit further. But I'll be taking a different approach this season. Probably pushing the envelope a little bit more, and just seeing what we can do.
Yeah, too right. Well, mate, cheers for coming in for a chat. Obviously, you guys all out there at the moment getting a bit of practice in before we get into qualifying, and all the best for the season ahead, and that trying to achieve that three-peat. I tell you what, that would certainly go down in the record books and be something that would be hard to beat as we go through the seasons.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely the goal, but that's a long way away. The season's quite long. We've got to beat Kempe yet. He's, that's something all by itself.
Yeah, too right.
He's a generational talent, that man.
Oh, he is.
All right, cheers, Bryce, for coming in for a chat, mate. All the best for the season ahead, and trying to get after that three-peat. Maybe we will talk to you at the end of this one.
Yeah, hopefully I'll talk to you guys later tonight.
Yeah, awesome. Cheers, eh?
Good luck, man.
See, thanks, guys.
All right, there you go. Thoughts from defending champion and back-to-back champion Bryce Harding. Cheers for that, Tomo. I didn't realise that my live notifications were still the same, even though I've been changing them.
Definitely going to be one hard customer to tame this season. I think Bryce is going to be, Brad.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
just what we've seen on Sunday nights, I think he's going to be obviously two-time champion or back-to-back champion. He's going to be one of the hot favourites along with the usual protagonists and maybe even that guy on screen at the moment.
Yeah, too right. And that's Sigma Sim Sports. They are certainly become a very strong force to reckon with at the moment. Seem to be dominating in every oval championship out there at the moment. But another driver that we do have waiting in the wings, and I'll tell you, this guy last season, rookie of the season champion, Corey Crossan, showed plenty of pace throughout the season, and as we head into the new season, certainly one of the drivers that one of the ones to watch, part of that Sigma team. Corey, welcome in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. Looking forward to the new season.
Yeah, hopefully I'll end up a little bit better off this season for the overall standings, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah, too right. You need one thing, being on the pace and being towards the front of the pack, but you also need a bit of luck to go your way and try and avoid that carnage that does unfold that NASCAR tends to provide.
Absolutely, yes. Hopefully we can avoid as much as humanly possible this time.
Yeah, too right. Sorry?
I was just going to say, I was asked Corey, what sort of things have you been doing in the off-season? Obviously we've been watching you on Sunday nights, but has there been anything else you've been doing to prep yourself for the Cup Car and Wednesday nights?
Not a huge amount. We sometimes run the in NIS, is it, on the Saturday night there, and get plenty of laps in on the track beforehand. And we run a few practice sessions here and there, but mainly the A-fixed, and yeah, there is a bit of prep that goes into it, I suppose. Not as much as I'd like, but it's trying to find time these days.
Yeah. So, but you're obviously feeling pretty confident coming into round one, though?
Oh, I don't know about confident. We're going to give it a hell of a shot, though.
It's the best you can do, I guess. Bryce was just saying the quality of the field this season certainly up there, and I see now the Sigma boys all 1, 2, 3, 4 at the moment. But there's one thing, being quick over one lap, you've got to string that whole race together as well. So tyre where everything, strategy, all comes into play when you're out there.
Oh, definitely, and that's the thing I struggle with the most is tyre wear, to be completely honest. I haven't got the best of gear like the rest of the Sigma boys, but I'll still turn up and give it a hell of a shot, and some nice new gear will come along one day soon, hopefully, and then we might be getting a few more wins under the belt.
Yeah, too right. So what are you running?
A Thrustmaster TSXW.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it, no. But like, I've had yarns with Bryce and Luke and the boys, and they're saying some of the feeling that and the tyre slip and things like that, the feeling that they get back through the wheel is pretty next level compared to what I get.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously, are they running direct drive wheels and?
Yeah. I think they've got semi-cubes and bloody all sorts of carry-on, And it's amazing what sort of feedback they're saying that they're getting anyway. I haven't really experienced it yet, so.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a pretty good job if you're on sort of quote unquote entry level gear. That's probably not entry level gear anyway, but like you're doing a pretty good job there, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've put enough bloody hours into it, so.
Awesome. Well, cheers, Corey, for coming along and having a chat to us, mate. Of course, taking out that rookie championship last season, and maybe looking to go one step better and taking out the whole thing. And teammates all around you. She's going to be a good one. So best of luck for the season ahead, Corey.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Hopefully we'll be in here yakking about some wins and stuff soon.
Yeah, too right, mate. Awesome.
Good luck.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. There you go. Thoughts from our defending rookie champion, Corey Crossan. Of course, came along, what was that, during the truck series, was it? in the Summer Cup way back.
Yeah, the Summer Cup Truck Series. He came along and I thought even the gear that he's running on, he's still doing a really good job because he was pretty quick in that series. So no, he's obviously doing a good job, and he was pretty quick then and showed some good potential. So just quickly before we drag Wayne and Brad, I've actually had a message from my other half saying that she's very pleased that I'm promoting the new business, and her and my young fella Oscar are actually sitting here watching us live. So shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out. So I tell you what, you mentioned Wayne waiting in the wings. Of course, Wayne, a big part of the series, running week in, week out, and I guess all the organising in the background, the man behind the promotional video along with Justin. Mate, Wayne, welcome in to the Combox, mate. Season 2, 2024. How good?
Hey guys, evening.
How are
Good,
we? Are
yeah.
you looking forward to it?
I'm looking very forward to it. 44 cars on the track at the moment, which I wasn't expecting. We've got one car left and we've maxed the server, so really good turnout. Cars are looking really good. A lot of good effort in some deliveries. Yeah, pretty excited for it.
Yeah, too.
I was just-
Go,
I was
Wayne,
just-
go, Carl.
Sorry, I was touching on earlier, Wayne, that when Brad was actually when him and I were having a yak about it's good to see obviously all the drivers coming back in the support and now having the support from sponsors like obviously like Active Health and all our round sponsors jumping on board this season, which has been pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's been very cool. We thought we tried that this year, so we got Active Plus Howick on to support the main series. So awesome that they came on and supported us. So thanks for that. They'll be our season sponsor. And then we offered out to the rounds to the guys if somebody wanted to name a race round, and that got pre-sold. We didn't even advertise it properly, and we had sold 10 out of the 14 rounds that were left. So everybody's been super supportive. It's been amazing to watch. We've got the cool raffle at the end of tonight, so don't forget that. We've had a lot of people sign up for that as well. So yeah, pretty exciting. It's all come together really nicely.
Just I'll jump in again there, Brad. Obviously you haven't sort of been separated from the team point of view for the last couple of weeks now. What's it been like for you and Justin? So I was obviously leading into kicking the season off pretty busy with all the admin side of things, but in terms of actually getting in the car and turning some laps and having a skid around the track and getting ready for round one, what's it been like for you guys?
Pretty space, to be fair. Lots to get ready for the season start tonight. So a lot of our time was spent on the admin. I did get into the car for a couple of laps the other night, but nothing competitive. So tonight's going to be a little bit of a SVG night for me. I'm going to have to qualify as best as I can and then work my way up to the front. But we've got good-looking cars. The grays come out nice, and we've got Luke in the comms box with us as well. So. Yeah, we got some good yarns for the night, and it'll be a good race, I reckon.
Very good.
I'll just give a good shout out. Just so thanks everybody for turning up. Really appreciate having everybody on board. It's a couple of new competitions this year. We're going to run a knockout cup, which will kick off in round 4. So we'll share a little bit more as we get to closer to the time. But let's have fun, enjoy the racing this week, and yeah, it's going to be a good season. I'm looking forward to it.
You got anything you want to add there, Brad?
Mate, just how good is it to be back racing again? The ENSCAR Championship certainly has established itself as one of the premier NASCAR leagues pretty much in Australasia, to be fair, and to be back for season number 6, yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, I think they started out with a couple of mates just looking for a way to race NASCAR New Zealand friendly times, and here we are 6 seasons later, a couple of sub-series as well, and we've got 44 drivers turning up for night 1. So yeah, more than we imagined it would ever turn into. It's been absolutely amazing. I've made some good mates along the way. People have come and gone, but by and large I think 80%, 85% of this field is returning drivers, which has got to be a good telltale sign. We've got this awesome broadcast team. Brad, you were born through this with us, so it's looking super polished, and yeah, just it's all coming together really nicely tonight. Now if we can just put on a good show for you boys, it'll just be the cherry on the cake tonight.
Yeah, certainly will be a great way to get the championship underway, especially if we minimise those yellows. And mate, to be fair, 44 cars on track, she's going to be a hell of a show, and we've been building up to it for quite some time now. And you know, what are we, 4 minutes away now from qualifying and the season really getting underway. So yeah, from me, massive shout out to all you guys who do the work in behind, you know, in the background, to get the series running again, and new drivers on board, and you know, building and getting bigger each season, to be fair.
Yeah, it's gone awesomely well. Appreciate the shout out. We're probably getting close to needing a second tier, right? We're getting that big now. But my final shout out will be is Kempy, who's put in all the hard yards to get you. I'm just looking at the relatives. He's sitting 14th fastest at the moment. He's not come here to mess around.
Yeah, that's right. Plenty of practice in the background. So he will be tracking his progress throughout the season, no doubt about it, and plenty of pressure on his shoulders to not make any mistakes and wipe out the field, no doubt about it. But mate, all the best for the season ahead, Wayne, and hopefully we get to chat to you here in the comms box throughout the season.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate it. Hopefully it's a podium chat and not just an admin chat. I look forward to that. But we'll see you at the end of the broadcast for the raffle.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
cheers, Wayne.
See you, boys.
Good luck, mate.
Thanks, guys.
There you go. Thoughts from Wayne Van Viljean, of course, running out of that VSK Sim Sports, is it?
Yes, VSK Sim Sports. I think it's Generation X. They've named themselves for the last couple of seasons. So obviously a teammate on that side of things in the sim racing world, I guess. And yeah.
Yeah, too right. Well, of course, Wayne mentioned the draw later on that's going to be happening. Make sure you stick around for that one. Of course, that is the draw for the Shane Van Gisbergen NASCAR model, wasn't it, from his win at Chicago, that was being raffled off by Sim Motorsport New Zealand?
Yeah. So the deal with that was obviously like a $10 ticket. I think there was 30 or 50 tickets or something like that. Yeah, $10 ticket, and it's just the Chicago street race diecast, 1 to 24 scale. That'll be raffled off, so that'd be quite cool.
Yeah, that'll be, of course, live after the driver interviews, I believe. There's a lot of cars currently now just sitting in pit lane, parked up, waiting. We've got about 2 minutes now left of practice, and things are going to come out to get wild qualifying. And how important do you think this is going to be tonight, Carl?
Yeah, I mean, obviously qualifying is important every week, but obviously round one it could bring a few unknowns. Obviously, first time we've been to the oval track here. We've raced Indy here a couple of times, the road course, sorry. So first time to the oval, so you know, like, there's going to be a little bit of unknowns in terms of how hard for these guys to push the car, what it's going to feel like after a long run or even an early run. These guys haven't raced with each other for a good 6, 7, 8 weeks. So, you know, this qualifying up the front and trying to stay out of the mess is probably going to be the key. But also, if you're a little bit further back, maybe just take a sit like Bryce said, and, you know, sort of stay out of harm's way and take a bit of caution and just, you know, play the percentages as well. So, I don't know, it could be a bit of a guess as to what's going to happen in terms of qualifying and how it's going to play out for people.
Yeah, too right. And I think what we just saw right then on screen with Josh Galashan, that could very well be what is going to be happening tonight. We could see a fair few yellows. I hope not, but for that reason, their cars just getting loose on the exits of the corners. I know after the racing last night, we were talking to Matt Pluck. Kempy was just trying to get a bit of advice about how to attack tonight, and he sort of mentioned, you know, the exits of the corners, they're going to be the parts that are probably going to be catching most of the drivers out throughout the night. And one thing to look out for, you know, you don't want to go too wide really around this track, knowing that guy on the bottom there, if he gets a bit loose, he's going to be all over for both of yous.
Yeah, I mean, like we've obviously been watching some of these guys circulate while we've been doing these interviews, and even some of these guys that are just running a bit wide and making contact with that outside fence. There's not really enough room, you would think, for too wide, sort of on the exit of these corners here. So, yeah, I mean, as much as we love to see the odd crash and commentate that, it's also nice to see some green flag running and some longer stint racing to see how strategies play out and that sort of carry on. So I don't know what exactly tonight's going to bring, Brad, but pretty excited to sit back and take it all in and call the action, to be fair.
Yeah, tell you right, as I tell you what, it is go time. Qualifying for the first time this season, 5 minutes for the drivers to get their best time in. There we go from Doherty. We're all going to die. Is that Ben Doherty? I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's in the server. Yeah. I didn't think you were racing this season, Ben. Good to have you here.
No,
Maybe it was the part-time racing.
Yeah, I think he's a part-timer.
Yeah, as we see Willie McLean here warming up the tyres, about to attack the circuit, and 44 cars in the field tonight. Wayne mentioned that earlier, and mate, what a turnout for round one. Of course, if you are just tuning in, this is the start of season 2 2024 for the ENSCAR Championship. If you aren't following us, make sure you hit that follow button, turn the notifications on. We are back to streaming 5 nights a week, so plenty of action to be seen as we follow Willie McLean on his first laps around. And plenty of chat tonight so far, Carl, about the guys turning up as rookies, but guys also who missed last season making a comeback this year. Dylan Jordan, one of them, and pairing up with Matt Pluck this season as part of that Beige Brigade.
Yeah, obviously, as we've seen in the chat there, Ben's obviously only doing part-time, and that's Dylan and Matt are going to be a pretty strong team. Obviously, both well experienced and good drivers on the oval side of things. But yeah, I mean, like just touching on what you're saying about the rookies, there's some rookies in here, and even in the last couple of seasons, we've seen some guys that are, you know, earmarks, air quotes, rookies, but have actually been really, really good drivers that have just been new to the series and gone on to be really competitive. So, I mean, it's a good breeding ground for competitive racing, and we're going to see good racing throughout the whole pack. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just somewhat lost for words that the season's already started, Brad, and just is to get it all underway, really.
Yeah, too right. As we see here, I tell you what, this thing here would have to be the fastest Prius in the world, no doubt about it. Team THD Brightar Prius, how good is it? Jordeep Stubbs out there sending it. Never mind that Jordan L. Smith, that's all wrong. It's Jordeep Stubbs this season, I tell you. Team Prius, mate, how good.
Yeah, well, who's his teammate? Is it Deepak?
Yeah, it is a Deepak Gregory, who I believe is out on track at the moment. I'll just try and pick him up throughout this order that is changing all the time. Here he is. Deepak Gregory, of course, number 42, part of this new Prius outfit. And how good.
Just on a side note, I did see Kempy was sitting inside the top 15 there for his qualifying lap. He's just been nudged out, but yeah, there's a couple of good-looking Priuses here, so hopefully these boys can keep them straight and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, tell you right, of course, these guys been out there battling away since ENSCAR came about, so, you know, 6 seasons now heading into it for these guys, and it's good to see all of these THD guys back out on track this season, ready to go again. And I tell you what, some slick looking paint jobs as well. I saw Jamie Arnmar earlier. He's currently in pit lane, but that thing of his is looking 100% as well. So Luke Hunter doing a great job with those liveries for the THD cars this season.
Yeah, and it's good to see these guys. Obviously some guys get sponsored graphics done or whatever, and or they do the graphics or the liveries themselves, and they put a lot of effort into it and take a lot of pride. And obviously these guys, doing a great job and showing off their handiwork and putting the effort in and making them look good for the stream. So, shout out to everyone that sort of goes the extra mile and puts the effort in and makes these things look good, only to go out there and probably wreck them.
Yeah, too right. Well, mate, this is going to be hectic, I tell you. Race 1 of the season, and we got to try and get through this grid lineup somehow.
The grid lineup for, what is it, the Superior Lawn Solutions 175 at Indianapolis.
Yeah, that's the bugger. I'm pleased you call on that one.
It's easy to remember the sponsor's name when you are the sponsor for week one, I guess.
Too right. Well, let's get it up there, Carl. Out of row 1, it's going to be Luke Dilworth and Willie McClune.
Starting out of row 2, we have Corey Crossan and Dylan Jordan.
Out of row 3, it will be Bryce Harding and Paul Stewart.
Starting out of row 4, we have Ben Doherty and Aidan Gregory.
Out of row 5, it will be Matt Pluck and Luke Bradley.
Out of row 6, we have Liam Wire and Xavier Simmons.
Out of row 7, it'll be Chris Robertson and Ben Stillborn.
Starting out of row 8, we have Aaron Gray and Cam James.
Out of row 9, it'll be Michael Kemp and George Elliott.
Starting out of row 10, we have Luke Yeager and Kyle Matthews.
Out of row 11, we'll have Don Gilbert and Caleb Beecroft.
Starting out of row 12, we'll have Josh Galashan and Simon Berlin-Claridge.
Out of row number 13, it'll be Craig Corbett and the first of those Priuses, Deepak Gregory.
Starting out of row 14, we have Matt Blee and Jamie Harding.
Out of row 15, it'll be Daniel Johnstone and Hayden Kirk.
Starting out of row 16, we have Luke Hunter and Ant Green.
Out of row 17, it'll be Wayne Van Biljon, alongside him that second Prius of Jordeep Stubbs.
Starting out of row 18, we have Jamie Yarnmart and Paul McKenzie.
Out of row 19, we'll see Pete Romitz and David Sontag.
Starting out of row 20, we have RC Brown and Julian Westbury.
Out of row 21, we will see Justin Allen and Barry Neal.
And out of row 22, we have Robert Northway and Marty Mitchell.
And I believe that, Carl, wraps the field up. And I tell you what, it is almost time to go racing. Round 1 of Season 2 ENSCAR Championship about to go green here at Indianapolis.
Pace car leading them down the back stretch, Brad. We're not long to go now until green, but that's your grid, folks, for the Superior Lawn Solutions 175 at Indianapolis.
And look at this field, Carl, 44 cars. I believe the first time we've seen this many start the championship race 1.
Yeah, to be up there. I'm pretty sure when we went to New Hampshire a couple of seasons ago, there was about 44, 45 cars starting. So yeah, this will be well up there with one of the biggest grids we've had to start the season, which is good to see. But as we well know, Brad, big fields can cause havoc early on and be a bit of a headache. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we get everything underway as the pace car's about to pull off in pit lane here, Brad, and you can get us underway, mate.
Oh, here we go. It's been a long time coming, but we are about to go green for race 1 of the ENSCAR Championship for Season 2. Green flag in the air, underway. We are racing in the ENSCAR Championship. Luke Dilworth, Willie McClune leading things out. And well, we've had it in the chat. 3 yellows. How many yellows are we going to get? Put it in the chat. What's your thoughts, and who is going to book their ticket tonight? Carl, early thoughts, mate, on this one. Who are you
we're
thinking?
seeing obviously Dilworth get up to a nice start there, Brad. He's the form driver, obviously. Obviously, had a couple of good races in the Xfinity car. Drives totally different, but he's out front at the moment, and probably hard to go past him. So I'd say he's my pick for the night.
Yeah, too right. I'll tell you what, she has been a great start to this one. We will get it changed to laps, and hopefully we are coming across above that audio all clear for you out there watching. And well, what a way to get proceedings underway. A great start from the field, and things are already starting to look to settle down as we are 2 laps in, Carl, for season 2.
Yeah, it's good. Well, hopefully we get more than 3 laps yellow from what Ben said in the chat. But we're a little bit single file here. I think everyone's sort of someone's out up into the wall in the marbles there. But I think these guys might have the intention of maybe keeping it single file and just letting things unfold with the big field. But
yeah, too right.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like 43 in fact have started this one, Carl, so we lost one somewhere along the lines, but that's okay. Tell you, this guy, good start so far. Almost makes contact with the back of Aaron Gray. Are we going to call it the commentator's curse? No way.
Nah, it's just the Kempy curse, mate.
Yeah, too right. We'll keep an eye on this guy. He's been looking forward to this one starting, there's no doubt about it. And mate, underway now. Let's see if he can get through this one. Of course, early stages, lap 3 of 70, but so far, so good for him.
Yeah, obviously, big long lap here, sort of 2.5 mile tracks, that sort of super speedway length, but 70 laps around here is going to be a long night for some guys, and see, no one's really making any big hard moves at the moment, so like I say, everyone's probably just getting settled in, getting into their groove, and someone going down the inside of Luke Jaeger by the looks of it into turn 1 and on the exit of the short chute.
That'd be Josh Galashan, is it?
Yeah, in the 17 it is, so good move there. Obviously, Luke had a pretty strong run last season, Brad, in that chase, and I think he made it all the way to, correct me if I'm wrong, like the final, was it the round of 10?
Yeah, I think you're right
there.
Yeah.
Made it to the round of 10, so he was pretty chuffed after talking to him with his result, and I think that was the first time he made the chase, so obviously back again this season to try and improve on that, and no doubt he'll be giving it a red-hot crack.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. As we see the field now fairly well starting to spread out around the circuit. And, jaw deep there. Mate, that Prius starting to fall behind in the early stages here at Indianapolis. But
I'd just be running out a bit of battery power, maybe.
yeah, mate, saving the best till last, no doubt about it.
I'll tell you what caught me off guard there a wee bit is one of the guys on screen at the moment, Barry Neal, starting out of the back of the pack.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there for him, whether he went out there and done a lap, or maybe just got it wrong for his laps.
Very unusual.
Yes, certainly is. He's normally one of the guys you see up towards the front of the field. Maybe he was expecting a bit of carnage out there and thought he would be safer in the back, maybe.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Well, he's usually one of the guys, obviously, that is a bit of a master of the alternate strategy in races gone by, but don't be fooled. He'll probably be up at the pointy end of the field by the end of the night.
Yeah, too right. We see Westbury on screen here as he just makes a bit of contact with the wall. Of course, another driver returning, part of the THD stables, and hoping to have a good season this year. We'll see how he goes throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, Julian had some good moments last season. Obviously, a few races where luck probably wasn't on his side, but again, another driver that just keeps turning up season after season. So good to see the support from all those guys.
Yeah, certainly is. And well, the battle out front, still Dilworth commanding out in front. He has been having a solid run as of late. The Xfinity Series, he has been in commanding form, and well, now starting to see it transfer over to the Cup cars here at SMNZ, Sim Motorsport New Zealand course. Mate, these guys, anyone who wants to get involved, obviously when the Cup season finishes up, we get into a bit of off-season racing, Carl, and mate, the best way to get about getting amongst the racing is head along to their Facebook page and just put the link in the chat on Twitch. Go follow that page, get on the Discord and get amongst it.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Brad. Like you said, just go jump along Facebook and Discord and look out for any sort of notifications, and or if you are interested, reach out to one of the admin team and they'll sort of steer you in the right direction. But as far as I'm aware at the moment, there is a full roster for the Cup Series, so that'll be the next 14 weeks done. But yeah, at the end of the season we'll end up doing a summer cup of some sort, and possibly, like Wayne alluded to earlier in the broadcast, maybe even a second tier if there's enough of a market to start one up, possibly next year. So
yeah,
but no,
too right. Classic there from Davo in the chat. There is absolutely no surprises around that one, mate. But you need to get amongst this racing. We missed the yarns with Yonke under yellow.
Yeah, well, now that he's got time on his hands, he can actually come up with another segment instead of yarns with Yonke under yellow. He's got to come up with something that we can drag Kemp in and just abuse him mid-race, possibly.
Oh yeah, hey look, there's something coming. We just we'll see how he goes throughout the season. But when that moment does erupt, I'm telling you now, I've got a segment well and truly lined up for that one, and I think it'll be a good laugh. He should get behind that too. But Kempy, mate, currently sitting P14 and has had a fairly solid start to this one. Of course, amongst those rookies this season, just trying to figure out if this bloke in front of him, Aidan Gregory, he's actually has he raced in the ENSCAR Championship before? I'm pretty certain he has.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he might have done one of the really early seasons of ENSCAR, when it might have even been in the Gen 6 car when we first did it. But yeah, you're right, Brad. I have seen his name floating around. Another one of the rookies I want to touch on, who's done quite a lot of Supercars NZ racing, is Johnston. Was it David or Andrew? Andrew Johnston. It was the newcomer tonight. Daniel. That's it. Sorry, my apologies. Daniel Johnston. Yeah, coming from the Supercars NZ, the V8s racing. Done obviously a lot of racing there with those guys. So he's a newcomer to the series this year or this season. So it's good to have a bit of support from that community, and I don't doubt that there may be more support from a lot of those staunch V8 guys jumping into some of the NASCAR sim racing side of things now that SVG and all those V8 drivers that have gone and done some of the road course racing. As we see Galashan round on the front stretch.
There we go, Josh Galashan contact, and there's going to be other victims in this one.
The man we're talking about, Daniel Johnston, commentator's curse.
Why is it saying that Paul Stewart has crashed? We'll see. Was he involved in that one, Carl?
Oh, I don't know, but that was
we'll have
some high-speed action there.
As we bring up the ENSCAR instant replay, let's see if we can pick... Well, he's in the fence there, so...
That was early on, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was very early. We'll watch here. Who had that moment? Paul Stewart, was it? No, that's... we're all over the shop. I haven't even got a replay for you, so... That is no good.
Were we meant to be a three-man crew tonight?
Eh?
Were we meant to be a three-man crew tonight?
No idea. Was he in the Discord?
Yeah, but muted, so...
Okay.
But anyway, we digress.
Oh, there it is,
There
right
it is.
there. So
There was
Galashan
that,
round. So Johnstone's going to get, so Johnstone got collected in that one as well. And that, we'll go back.
That looked like who was it Beecroft that was racing with Simmons? Because it's obviously same livery, just the triple one, or is that the 11?
That is Caleb Beecroft, so it comes into contact with Galashan. And well, I tell you, we got there in the end with the replay, but boy, oh boy.
It's a box of piss.
Yeah.
So you'll have to refresh my memory there, David.
Alright, we get back out front here under yellow. Luke Dilworth looks like he has stayed on the circuit, so no pit stops as of yet.
No. Commentator's curse. Yeah. Fair play.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go, as we say it.
See, look, yeah, but I was just going to say,
Oh,
whoa,
Willie
McLean with the late
Whoa.
dive there. Yeah, I mean, some of these guys, there's just a bit of a suicide mission from these two, but nothing wrong with going and topping off with some fuel this early in the race. Obviously, they're going to need it, but they're probably going to need more than 12 laps to finish the race, so...
Yeah, too, right. Well, you keep talking, Carl. I just need to
I was
go
going to say,
to the boys' room quickly.
It sounds like you're sipping on a double jacks there, Brad.
Yeah, I'm about to get another drink. I'm just going to the boys' room, so you keep them entertained for now.
Oh, I don't know if I can do that, but... Yeah, no, Doherty's car is very, very different to what we're used to seeing here going in the all pink. But, no, McLean out in front. After this restart, he's going to be pretty hard man to hold back, but we'll actually drag Xavier into the comms box. Xavier, mate, just drag you in under yellow to have a quick chat while Brad's gone. How's things going?
Yeah, not too bad actually. Car's a little bit different to the Xfinity, which I've been driving a bit recently. So yeah, just try to settle myself back into it, and yeah, just sort of trying to keep pace with the guys around me at the moment. But yeah, it's really not a bad start. Be interested to see how I go later in the run, but yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, most weeks when I've been calling the race on Sunday, I've been giving you high praises and trying to pick you as the one to win for the week, but you just can't get past those Sigma guys. But obviously carrying a bit of form in the last few weeks of the VRA stuff, so you're pretty pleased with that?
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, those Sigma boys are fast. You kind of got to do something different with your strategy if you want to really try and compete with them. So probably try again tonight and see how sort of the cautions play out and whatnot, and yeah, see if I can get myself to the pointy end at the end of the race.
Yeah, we did see two of them peel off to obviously probably just top up with some fuel, I would say, on this yellow. It was Luke and...
Ori, I believe.
Yeah, Luke and Corey peeled off, so obviously just a fuel stop. And yeah, how much fuel have you used at the moment with these 12 laps? Is it quite a lot or not really?
We've used I'm sitting at around 52 litres at the moment. You obviously start with about 75, so yeah, just a little over 20 litres. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if like we do go green for a long time now. Those two will be better off, having the more fuel. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it works out for them.
Yeah, so obviously you touched on, it's been a while since you've been in the Cup car, but you're 12 laps in and you're enjoying it?
Yeah, no, it's good. Definitely drives a little bit different, a bit tighter, bit of a tighter feel. So you kind of really got to use the brake to get the car to turn a bit more. So yeah, just try to get a bit used to that. But so far so good. We'll sort of see how the rest of the night plays out.
Yes, and on that note, you guys are back 2 wide, so we'll leave you to it, and good luck for the rest of your race, mate, and hopefully we're talking to you at the end.
Yeah, fingers crossed, eh? Cheers, boys.
Cheers, mate.
Best of luck.
See you, mate.
All right, we're back. We're back, Carl. Oh, great job, mate. I tell you.
Yeah, I'm not used to flying solo, Brad, but I believe Josh will be out with due to repair, so it's probably a driver's perspective we can get if we drag him in here.
Is he in the chat?
He's in the waiting room, yeah.
Okay.
We'll drag him in after green, eh?
We'll get him in here
We'll
now.
drag
Josh,
him in now then, actually.
Josh, mate, as we set to go back green here at Indianapolis, mate, just seem to be caught up in something that wasn't really your fault.
Yeah, no, we were just racing hard for position there. Caleb was trying to side draft by the looks of it and just sort of got into the side of me. It might have been a bit of net code, it might have just been a bit too close, but he apologised, so we're all good about it. But yeah, it's just, unless you got someone to help you sort of down the straights, you really can't get by anyone, so you're trying to take everything you can get, and that's just how close you kind of got to race when you're doing that.
Yeah, too right. And well, not really the way you wanted to get your season underway, but I tell you what, we were green for a good stint, so hopefully it's a good size and for a sign for the season to come.
Yeah, man. Not a good start for the Lone Star One Star Racing Camaro, but we'll try again next week, and see if we can get a better result.
Yeah, too right. Well, cheers, Josh, for coming in for a quick chat with us, mate. Unlucky tonight, but hopefully next week you can turn that luck around and get up on the podium.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Good, mate. Yeah, thoughts there from Josh as we see McClune just jump out front here, Brad, and in front of Harding and Doherty in third there. So much the same as we saw with Dilworth, go out front, get some clean air and sort of dictate terms.
Yeah, too right. And it's, we pick up Luke now. He's back in P15 at the moment, so obviously the early stop, getting on a different strategy.
Is
it'll
Kempy
be
going to get the
interesting.
shoulders out?
What's that?
Is Kempy going to get the shoulders out here?
Yeah, surely, mate. Surely.
Has to, eh? Has to.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at the moment, to be fair, up at P13. And
He has been
at
putting
the
in the
pointy end.
effort. He's been putting in the effort.
Yeah, certainly has. And that's, we've heard it throughout the night from several different drivers now. It's about putting in the laps and, getting familiar with the car and the track.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to touch on that Brad, obviously we're in the league, was first getting underway. There was I guess there is a sort of diverse range of skill sets and pace and ability throughout the field, and so I guess it has got to the point where it's pretty competitive, and we see good racing right throughout the pack. But I guess guys, even guys at the back of the pack are forced somewhat to do a few laps, or whether it be an official race or some practice, or Harding and Pluck getting quite close there, but doing some form of practice leading into the Wednesday night racing to be competitive wherever you sit in amongst that field. So that's good because it pushes everyone to get that a bit better, and it's no surprises why we're seeing guys sort of improve race after race and season after season.
Yeah, tell you right, and Craig Brock in the chat there admiring Ben Doherty's car, rather pink looking Kiwi Sim racing car. Is used to seeing him part of that beige brigade with Matt Pluck, but bit of a part-time season this season, I believe, for Ben. So Dylan Jordan stepping in to team up with Pluck this year.
It's interesting as we see Bryce look to make a move. No, he's sort of just going to fall back in behind. Yeah, interesting. It'll be interesting to see what Ben's thought. Well, the reasons why Ben's sort of taken the part-time gig after being such a consistent runner of the season. Obviously just life gets in the way or whatever, but yeah, it's he's obviously a very competitive driver, so too is Luke Bradley looking to make a move down the inside of
a bit of
contact.
That looks like that is the 23 of Ben Stillborn,
another Sigma driver. So like you say, they've actually expanded that team quite to quite a large operation and a bunch of competitive drivers. So as we see this sort of arm wrestle, a bit of shoulder to shoulder racing.
I'll tell you what,
big up to Paul McKenzie, rookie racer night, go hard, mate. Yeah, well, look at that, just a bit of friendly support is what we love to see here on a Wednesday night at ENSCAR.
Yeah, tell you right, surely your turn to get amongst it soon there, Craig. Of course, we see you quite a lot in the Kiwi Sim racing streams and a couple others, so it must be time for your turn in a bit of oval racing. Get amongst it.
Try his hand. There's a bloke that has not being short of any airtime was Cole Trickle there, Brad.
Yeah, how good to see that car back here again this season.
He's signed up. How good.
The old Cole Trickle, aka Chris Robertson. That is one of the great liveries, I tell you that.
I'm just looking through this top 10, Brad,
Oh,
and
you've signed up. How good.
just looking at the running order of this top 10, and if you can finish in the top 10 based on this field, it's there's some handy drivers in this league now. And when you think about going, I'll be pretty happy with the top 10, with being a good night. If you can finish in the top 10 now with some of the caliber of drivers racing in and how fierce the competition is, that would be like bagging a top 5 a season or 2 seasons ago. It's big contact with
contact! Oh,
Cam James.
Kempy.
It's not finished yet.
Oh, how did he survive that one? Oh, it's not done. Contact.
Oh.
And again, is he going to hold on to it? What
He's
a
got hard out,
save.
Michael Kemp.
What a save from Michael Kemp. It looked done and dusted. So those
Van Bilgen
tyres,
with the front row seat, Brad, and the Prius as well.
those tyres, mate, I would say Kempy has absolutely shot those tyres to bits as he makes more contact with the fence. And these guys are starting to work their way towards the mid-pack. So we bring up our biggest mover, Robert Northway. Up
No surprises there, though.
30 positions. What?
That man hates making moves.
What a start. And Barry Neal, up 25. So these guys start to work their way towards the front. I think Mr. Northway had last season off, didn't he? So
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, good to see him back out there getting amongst it. And I tell you what, up 30 spots, he was, one of the quick ones when it came to the earlier seasons. So good to have him back here for season 2 2024.
Yeah, he can definitely pedal a car, can Robert Northway. I believe he is only doing part-time racing, though, along with... so there's 4 part-time races this season, one of them being myself, Robert Northway, George Elliott and Ben Doherty, based on the register. So, he's a man who's not shy of making positions, and neither is Barry Neal coming from the back of the pack. So, and even Wayne up 12 spots there. So there's obviously some big movers and shakers coming through this field, but crikey, Wayne had a front row seat to what Kempy was trying to get himself tangled up in.
Yeah, too right. So he's starting to fall back through the field a little bit now, but Dilworth still continuing that charge forward after that pit stop, now up into P10. And amongst the battle now, he has Aidan Gregory sits up in front of him, who is having a good run of things at the moment. Currently sitting P9 with Dilworth looking for a way past. And mate, that car of Dilworth's, how good is it looking with a bit of chrome added to that livery?
Yeah, looking very, very sparkly in the metallic-y, chromey number there, as he just brushes the wall and makes that pass stick on Gregory. But yeah, obviously coming in, topping up with fuel, and you all heard under yellow when we're talking to Xavier that he had used about 20 odd litres, just a fraction over 20 litres for that 13 laps, as Dylan Jordan just getting tangled up with Stillborn. So you'll be looking, these guys may have, if this runs long, they may have a little bit of a fuel advantage if things go their way, but won't be too far away from seeing sort of pit stops cycling through here in the next sort of 10 maybe laps, 12 laps or so.
Yeah, too
At a
right.
guess.
Too right. Well, yeah, I was sort of thinking about that. That was going to be my next question for you, Carl. When are we going to look lightly for some of these cars to come down pit lane course? Historically in the ENSCAR Championship, we've seen it roughly around the halfway stage through, the race. So you mentioned there around lap 35, as we go 3 wide here.
It's close. This is, even 2 wide coming out of these turns and into the short chutes and down to the back stretch here. It's, I don't know. There's not much room, but just a slight caveat on any of these pit stop calls throughout the season, Brad. Just very uneducated guessing going on here, folks. But
Hey, that's
we
what
do our best.
Yeah, we do what we can too, right? It's mate, this guy here, Dilworth, he obviously took that opportunity to stop on the first yellow, and now working his way back through that field. Of course, teammate Corey Crossan, I believe it was, that stopped with him.
I see our pit lane report is actually racing
Yes.
this season.
Yeah. Of course, he did sign up last season. Only did the super speedways, I believe. So
Something like that. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get some intel if Luke did actually take tyres or not, or if he just took fuel. But yeah, look at that car of Daniel Johnson's as we just pan back to McLoone out front.
So I'm just
Sort
looking
of-
at the field at the moment. Corey Crossan has left the server.
Was he tangled up in that yellow incident, was he?
Yeah, he must have been. He's
That's a
no
shame.
longer here, so he's going to be recorded as a DNF along with Galashan. We did catch up with him earlier. Of course, the unique thing, I guess, around the ENSCAR Championship, no quick repairs. So, they've sort of got to think about how they're racing, I guess, and not get tangled up. And, so far tonight, one caution is... We're not too far away from that halfway stage. The drivers, for the first round, they're doing a great job.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Brad. This is the second season now where the league's not run the fast repair. And obviously getting away from that safety net of, if you have a crash and you can have a sort of second bite at the cherry. The intention was mainly around, running that fast repair for guys that get caught up or the innocent party in a wreck that's, I guess... give them the second chance at getting back out there and sort of being in a position where they were disadvantaged, but it sort of it didn't really work out in the long run. And going back to the no fast repair last season worked really well, and not surprising, we saw some of the driving clean up quite a lot, and some of the standards in the racing actually got better, and the green flag runs got better, and we actually had green flag stops, and strategy played more of a hand in that. So yep, second season we're doing it here, and hopefully it, as we clicking back to an instant replay, something saucy happened.
I just got up on my screen here. Something's gone wrong with Northway, as he has dropped through the field, and that is interesting.
It's very interesting. But yeah, and kudos to these guys here tonight. Actually, like 44 cars on track, and we've actually, I'm just going to go do another commentator's curse here, Brad, every other week. 44 cars on track, and we've got out to a pretty tidy start, I would say. One caution and coming up to 29-30 laps is probably not a bad outcome.
And here
Well, there's Corey Crossan. That's a huge hit.
that is the reason why Corey Crossan is no longer part of this race. That was massive, and lucky that we did not get a yellow for that. Obviously below the apron, so stayed green, and that explains what happened to Corey Crossan. As we see here back live, Xavier Simmons trying to apply some pressure maybe to the back of Dilworth, whereas Dilworth just got that pass done.
I think he's just got the pass done, Brad, but no, from what Xavier was saying in his chat, he's pretty happy just to sort of sit in behind and give himself a chance at the end there, and not put himself in any sticky situations earlier in the night. And if he finds himself in a position to have a crack at them at the end, he's certainly going to do so. So pretty happy with how his form's trending on Sunday nights, and trying to just carry that momentum into some cup racing, which is good to see, and good to see him back in the ENSCAR roster having a go after having a few seasons on the sideline and away from ENSCAR. So
Yeah, too right. Cheers
Straight
for
back
the cheers for the follow there. Welcome in to the ENSCAR Championship. We're just following now Ben Doherty. He now sits up in P2. The Sigma Sim Sports drivers been split here at the moment by Doherty and Matt Pluck, and the big talk, I guess, around the season before it got underway was, can anyone take the fight to these Sigma Sim Sport drivers? And, well, I guess tonight, early stages, we're seeing here Ben Doherty, he's going to make it as hard as he can for these guys. And Matt Pluck, another one, former champion, sitting up there in third spot at the moment. He's going to do everything he can as well to, take it to these Sigma guys. And, because to be fair, someone's got to stand up or these guys are going to walk away with everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like if you just sort of cast back a couple of seasons, Bradley would have been saying the same thing along the lines of a Toby Stent, a Dan Hedderscheid, Matt Pluck. These guys, come out and have their dominant sort of periods and seasons, and win multiple races a season, and people can't really touch them. And I guess it's the Sigma guys, turning up now and doing that. But there's a lot of guys in this field, like you say, like the likes of Doherty, Matt Pluck, Xavier Simmons, Barry Neal, Dylan Jordan. It's just to name a few that can turn up and upset these guys night really. And no doubt we'll see it. And like Bryce said at the top of the broadcast, you look at this field and it could quite easily turn out to be, 10, 12 guys, individual winners, different winners for the season, which is going to create some good racing and some fierce rivalries on track, no doubt.
Yeah, too right. We see here Barry Neal. Speak of this guy, if he can turn up for the complete season, mate, he is definitely going to be amongst it at the end. He has come right from the back, up 32 positions now into P10.
Yeah, well, I think he I think he missed the minimum sort of completion for races in the season to make the chase by like 1 or 2 races or something. Like he turned up for maybe 4 races and he won one of them, so he would have had a championship cup chase ticket punched with the win. He just didn't complete enough races in the season to get that automatic entry into the chase, which is a bit of a shame. But obviously other commitments for Barry outside of sim racing. And you're right though, like this is the guy that if he had had the opportunity to do a bit more consistent racing, no doubt, as we see some pit lane cars travelling down pit lane, deal with again, maybe getting fuel and tyres to do the one stop to the end. But yep, no doubt, a bit of a what if for Barry if he had been able to put a season together, because he has definitely got the pace and the ability to win a championship. We know that.
Yeah, too right. Tell you what, that is the second stop now for Dilworth, isn't it?
Yeah, so just touching on that, he may be able to get home from here if he takes that fuel, and if it's going to run green like this, I don't know if that's going to work out for him. But if it does run green, then it may pay dividends in the end, or it'll pay dividends under a safety car at some stage, or he might need tyres. So we'll just keep an eye on that one and how that develops as we see Willie just stretch out, because I believe Ben Doherty went in with him. So it's going to be interesting to see how that pairing unfolds as we see Jaeger peeling off.
We got stops underway right now as we see Deepak Gregory now coming down pit lane. And green flag pit stops right on schedule there, Carl. We picked it about half race distance, and now we are seeing the stops unfold here at Indianapolis. Willie McClune still leading the way from Bryce Harding. So Doherty, another one who has now come down pit lane, as we see here a bit of a battle between Pluck and Harding unfolding out on the circuit. Harding looking to put himself into second as race leader now in pit lane. Willie McClune heads down pit lane, and now race leader Harding.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on the ENSCAR Cup Series totem pole on the left-hand side there, folks, and look for Doherty or Dilworth, the effectively pitting from second and third, or second and fourth a little bit earlier. So keep an eye on those two guys to see where they cycle through these pit stops and how they all play out in relation to McClune and co.
And Barry Neal now in into the top 5 of the race. And I'm waiting for David to hit that button. It's got to be too tempting for him, as we are 36 laps of 70 in the books. 1 caution so far. Oh, Simmons has got it all wrong! Oh, how did Barry Neal miss him? What a job from the field avoiding Xavier Simmons. And it's all gone wrong for Simmons. Oh, how did Barry Neal miss him?
Ooh.
That was so close, it doesn't get any closer. We'll bring up the replay, and I tell you what, those 2 guys sitting out in front, could this yellow play into their hands? Oh, so Simmons was looking at the pit stop and just locked it up, and Barry Neal, how did he miss him? How? Let's see if we can get a front seat view of this, riding on board with Barry Neal. Simmons, oh, it doesn't get any closer.
I am speechless, Brad. That is whiskers, absolute whiskers from clobbering that rear end of that fast lane SP Tools Camaro. Holy!
Well, it doesn't get any closer. Harding and Pluck, look for them to now come down pit lane under this caution.
So this is going to be really interesting here to see how these pit stops transfer, like cycle through. Beg your pardon, with the guys that stayed out on track with, because McLean pitting just before this yellow, that could be a little bit of a nightmare for him. Where at least Doherty and Dilworth had some track time and make it up. Well, as we see McLean in the foreground there in front of Doherty and Dilworth, so that's actually worked out quite well for him. Yes. So all those guys will cycle back to the front of the pack essentially, and if they've done their numbers right, they might be able to get home from here. So this is going to be interesting to see how this progresses.
Yeah, certainly will. We'll watch the battle on pit lane now. Of course, William McLean now moves straight back into the lead of the race. Michael Kemp, oh, sorry, he's just coming in for his stop. So, no, in fact, he's jumped just about everyone in that stop. And he's found himself now in P6. So how has he done that?
Who?
Kempy.
Oh, wow. This is unheard of.
That stop must have been the shortest stop on history.
No, it won't be speedy on pit lane, Davo, because this is the old automatic pit lane limiter.
Man, that is insane. He would have come into the pits.
He's done no tyres. If he's gained that much, he would have done no tyres.
Surely.
Get him in here. Where is he?
Yeah, he's
sitting in his own Discord.
He's not even on Discord, is he?
No, but anyway.
Bloody slacker, I tell you. How are we
Either that, he was just looking. He's just looking for some airtime.
Yeah, how are we supposed to drag him in for a chat if he's not even anywhere to be seen? It's a disgrace.
Well, yeah, he's just letting us down essentially, isn't he? Disappointing us once again.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now.
Go into his stream.
I'm going to go into the stream and, get him in here. Get him in for a chat. Of course, he is live at the moment. THD_Michael. Tell you what, he's coming down. Oh, so speeding in pit lane. There you go. Surely that is speeding in pit lane. Kempy coming down for another stop. You know what's happened, Carl?
I'm watching his stream right now.
I can almost guarantee you, mate, he's missed his pit bay.
Oh.
I bet you he's missed his pit bay. I can almost guarantee you he has come in pit lane and his spotter hasn't even told him where his pit bay is, and he's completely ballsed it up. So he's driven straight through pit lane and come
He's
back
having an
out.
absolute nightmare on stream.
He will be absolutely losing it. As he looks to rejoin, we get back to the race leaders, 39 of 70 in the books. Yeah, too right, David. The penalties have to be served under green, so I'm going to say he's absolutely ballsed it up. He's had a Kempe catastrophe and he's missed his pit lane, his pit bay. That's going to be my call for this one. And tell you what, is he going to get out before the field come back around? He is back out now. Lights out on the safety car. He's going to need a miracle to get back to this field before we go racing.
The nerves just got to him, you reckon, Brad?
Yeah.
Poor old Kempe just flustered in pit lane and daring headlights and just, oh no, what am I doing?
Yeah, just absolutely missed it. That's got to be the only way that has unfolded for him. Just keeping an eye on it. He's not going to get to the back of the field as the safety car pulls off. We're about to go back racing here in the ENSCAR Championship. 40 laps this time by in the books of 70. Oh, and almost carnage at the back of the field. So McLoone slowing everyone up. We go back racing. Dilworth has got the jump, moved into P2.
Looks like the shoulder, the flagman's had shoulder surgery because he's not waving it as fast as he usually does.
Yeah, too right. I tell you what, Kempe's just managed to catch the back of this battle pack as we went green, just back of the field, I should say.
Look at this. This is a bit of drafting going on here too. This is a sight we've been seeing. Like we've said, oh, Dilworth, all sorts of tight going into turn 3 there.
Oh, here goes Doherty looking for a pass.
Down the inside in the last corner of the short shoot onto the home straight. But like we say, folks, it's a scene we've seen so much of the last few weeks, and there's a bit of side drafting from Doherty looking to take P2 away.
He's looking to book a ticket early, and oh, contact in the background!
Well, huge crash!
Is that Robertson? Cole Trickle maybe. Hunter's gone from this one. Oh, it's still going on. Westbury involved. Team Prius. Deepak Gregory gone. And it is unfolding. The Prius looking second hand.
It's a
And
next gen parking lot there.
it has unfolded on the restart. And that Prius looking rather second hand for Deepak Gregory.
David's got some intel. He said his rotator cuff's actually no good on the flagman. So
no
suffering quite badly there.
So it's erupted.
Here he is.
Who have we got? We got
Kempe.
Kempe, drag him in. You're a bit late. You're a bit late, Kempe, mate. But tell us what unfolded in that pit stop.
Well, I went down the pit lane and I was naturally looking for a board that had my number on it, but I never found one, and I sort of thought maybe it went off what position you were on the track, so I just kept going, and then it's like, well, where's my fucking pit board? So, oh well, I'll go back the next lap, and then I noticed there was one that had no number on it. It's like, well, that must be it. So I guess they don't have a number on it for your car, but just everyone else's car.
Oh no!
I think you'll have to assign, like, you can, if you've got a custom painted, or you'll need to put it on there. But yeah,
Okay.
we just thought you absolutely lost the plot and shat bricks and didn't know what to do.
No, well, I went down pit lane and I was looking for the number on the board and it didn't have one. It's like, okay, well, maybe it's, obviously off track position, so I think I was in like 12th or something at that stage, so, oh, well, I'll go near the end and it should be there. And nah, it's like, what the fuck? So, yeah, when I went back through, I noticed the board with no number. It's like, oh, that must be it. But, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, the qualifying position determines your grid box. Kempe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know then.
Did you miss that huge crash though? No.
No, I right at the end.
Oh,
I locked it up and someone just come in front of me, so yeah, I'm towing into the pits currently.
Ah.
But it's all good.
Someone going to get the front bumper of the Kempe Camaro when he gets back out?
Nah, waste of fucking time. I fucked the race for myself in pit lane, so all my own fault. It's been a pretty fucking good race up until that point, in all honesty. Like, I was chuffed to be able to get through the race like I had without stacking it, so yeah, I'll take it.
So that's you
You will-
done for the night, all over.
No, I'm towing at the moment, but I guess I'll find out once it tows me back how much damage it's got. If it's not too long, I'll go back out. But if it's blows out the window, then it's pretty much done and dusted. But yeah, we've got 30 laps left basically in the race. That's still a lot of time left.
You might as well just go and turn some laps, keep you get the practice, get the experience.
Cool. That's what I was sort of thinking. It's not heaps of damage. It's a bit of a scuff on the front and the bumper and shit. So I don't think it'll be too bad.
Do the segment, Brad.
Cue the segment. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Kempy, mate, that's not the way you wanted to get underway. I guess you were having a good run at the start of that one, up inside the top 15 even, but coming unstuck for you. And,
Yeah, it's all good.
it's
I'm
all
just
good.
chuffed that I got into an accident that I didn't cause.
Yeah,
so that's
too
a
right.
win.
Yeah, you didn't cause
Yeah.
that one, so we'll let you
No.
away with that one.
I'd like
I haven't
someone
put
else.
anyone through the fence or anything like that, so it's been a successful night.
Yeah, too right. Nah, good on you. Well, hopefully that pit crew can get those repairs sorted and get you back out on track and see how you go for the rest of the race course. Now only 27 laps remaining.
Now that you've crashed out, Kempy, does that mean I can shoot off and you can take over?
If you want to.
No.
I've got 30 seconds left in the tow vehicle because whoever's driving it's an absolute slow cunt. Like, they don't know what a gas pedal is, so I'll see how much damage I've got, but I'll get back out there and finish off the race, and I've got to finish my first race, like, yeah.
Too right.
Mama didn't raise no
Take it.
quitter, eh, Kempy?
What's that?
Mama didn't raise no quitter.
Oh, exactly it. I mean to say, I always try and finish the race if I put it through the fence. If it's beyond repair, then you're kind of fucked, but if you can get back out, then I'm going to have a hoon.
Yeah, too right. That's the one.
Are these fucking monkeys going to fill my shit up again? Don't change my tyres, you silly bastards.
Well,
Right.
Kempy, cheers.
6 minutes of repairs.
Oh, not too bad then. Get back out
So-
there and collect some points. I guess every point you gain gets you inside that chase compared to the guys who are gone a DNF tonight, and there's going to be a few of them. So every point counts.
It's only
Exactly
optional, Kempy.
No, I'm going to need it because my driving's not flash at the best of times with a fucking straight car, so I need all the help I can get.
No, okay.
Good on you, Kempy.
Enjoy, mate.
Get back
Cheers,
out
boys.
there, mate, and send it.
Yeah, I've got 6 minutes to wait, so we'll be all balls to the wall once I hit the black stuff again.
Yeah, good on you. Well, let's go. Back racing here
Cheers, boys.
at Indy. Cheers, Kempy. 44, make it 45 this time by in the books. We will see the eye-pacing car move to pit lane, and we will get back racing. Willie McClune, Luke Dilworth in charge at the moment. Let's see if Doherty can read the all-important restart. Not out. Doherty sitting in behind McClune. And well, 3 cautions to be fair. Good start to the season, Carl.
Yeah, good start. Obviously, big field and not much room. So, these guys are doing pretty good job so far.
Too right. And Hunter in the chat there, Luke, saying that is his night done.
That's a great question, Davo, and that's one that only Kempy could answer because I would have no logical reason.
Yeah, you would have thought he would have been able to get it home.
That's just Kempy, Kempy's Kempy. He does Kempy things.
Yeah, too right. So the field a little bit reduced now, but look to go back racing. A lot of cars down pit lane as Willie McClune
Great start by McClune there, Brad.
gets us back underway. Yeah, it was certainly a great jump along with Dilworth. And no doubt communication between the two.
Nobody having a rock solid night of P3 for most of the night too.
Yeah, he's
Lucy
been
adding-
having a great run so far. So obviously a limited schedule. See if he can get himself locked in nice and early.
Yeah. The Aiden Gregory looking to make a move down the inside there, but Everyone's sort of being a little bit cautious as we see Xavier actually got some good track position back after that that yellow that he brung out. So we'll see a bit of recovery there as he just slaps the wall. As we see a couple of those Kiwi Sim racing cars drop down to the inside there to do some drafting.
Oh, look at them everywhere. Looks like Dion Gregory somehow has managed to. Oh, sorry, Deepak Gregory has somehow managed to get that car repaired in a fairly quick time and back out on track, and doesn't look like he's lost a lap at all. So
well, we do know people that drive Priuses of that nature have very big followings. You know, a lot of those. There'll be a lot of pit crews around that car.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
A lot of technical support there, Brad.
Yeah, tell you right. Well, 46 laps in the books here at Indianapolis. Good to have everyone tuning in tonight to round one of this NSCAR Championship. Of course, if you aren't following the channel, make sure you hit that follow button, turn those notifications on so you get notified when we go live. Of course, tomorrow night, Carl, while we get a moment, the big one for the midgets, the New Zealand title. Oh, contact! Cole Trickle!
Into Van Bilgen.
How did we stay green? Oh, there we go. Yellow. As I was saying, Carl, New Zealand midget title tomorrow night, set to go from 7:30. Of course, we will be live just after 7 for some driver interviews, as we see here. Wayne Van Biljon, massive damage to the front of that number 3.
I think that's night over for him.
Yeah, that is...
Sadly, but...
that is some massive damage. We'll see if we can find anything from this for a replay.
A little bit of... for the India view. Yes, they will be. Indian bots.
So there you go. Cole Trickle just bounced off that wall, came back down. Oh, and that is massive contact for Cole Trickle. No doubt that is going to see him forced out of the race as well.
Just the wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately, for Wayne there. But yeah, I guess just back to what you were saying about tomorrow night, Brad. That's sounds like it's going to be an absolute ripper of a night, and it's going to be a good stream, and I'll definitely be tuning in from the couch while I'm doing a bit of computer work to take the action in.
Yeah, certainly will be. Of course, Stu Russell, our number 1 speedway commentator in New Zealand, he is going to be joining us for that New Zealand title, and he will have the call for you. Certainly is a good time when Stu comes along and calls the racing for us, so make sure you tune in for that one for the New Zealand midget title.
Just while we're under yellow, Brad.
It's a crash, but it's a stock car, not wrong.
Just want to under yellow, Brad. For those that want to join in the chat that aren't in following you on your Twitch page, come along and join the conversation in the live chat there. But also, big shout out to our sponsors this year. Obviously, Active Plus Howick and our round sponsor that have sponsored this race, the Superior Lawn Solutions 175 in Indianapolis. So, again, big shout out to those guys. Thank you, and thank you for the support.
Yeah, too right, and cheers to the guys that just followed. Halgrave Sim Racing and Chaser Boy, thank you for the follows. Welcome in to the NSCAR Championship, and I tell you what, we're going to have 20 laps to go this time by Luke Dilworth, the man who has been in hot form, in control. Absolutely not. It's open to drivers from all over the show. Of course, this season we are at capacity. Entries are closed, but get on the Facebook page and get on their Discord. Facebook link in the chat right now, and get yourself involved. Of course, plenty of racing to come at the end of the ENSCAR season. We'll go back into some Summer Cup racing, I believe, so get yourself involved in that and look to get into Season 1 for next year. Should be an absolute ripper.
Yeah, it's absolutely right there, Brad. But if you're from Aussie or New Zealand, Esky, then come right along.
Judging by that name, definitely an Aussie viewer. So good to have you chatting again. Yeah, bring on the midget title. Absolutely looking forward to that one tomorrow night.
If I can just interrupt you quickly, Brad.
Yep,
just
go for it.
sorry. In the last couple of seasons, we've actually run a waiting list in that. So, just on that note, Washington, do reach out. I'm not 100% sure if we're running a wait list at the moment, but reach out, chuck an entry form in, or contact one of the admins, and they'll point you in the right direction. So, apologies there, Brad.
No, you're all right. All right, got to get the information out there as the lights turn off on the safety car, and we're going to be 19 to go next time by here at Indy. And if you want to get the job done, it's almost time to start making some moves out there. As Doherty now, he's going to be on the outside of row 1. Let's see what sort of restart he can get. He's been there or thereabouts all night, and certainly thrown the challenge to the Sigma boys early in this championship. And I tell you what, it's been a great drive from Ben Stillborn tonight there, Carl. Now up inside the top 5. And this is his ENSCAR debut, I believe. So.
Yep, another rookie into the series. But just quickly before we go green, Brad, take note of who's line astern here.
Yeah, too right. Look at them, all 3 in a row.
Yep,
and Barry Neal too. Barry Neal amongst it now.
Look for some strong drafting from those 3. Sorry, apologies, and see if they can break away and make something happen here.
I tell you what, Esky boy, if you're into the oval racing, Sunday night Xfinity Series run at Virtual Racing Aotearoa. They, I believe, are still taking entries for that. Go get yourself involved. I think the championship chase... Well, we got one race left of the regular season, but mate, get amongst it still. How are we, iHunt?
Just looking at your numbers at the moment, Brad. This is trending. As the iRacing pace car pulls off, we've got 30 people watching us tonight. It's awesome.
Yeah, certainly good to have everyone tuning into the action. Of course, we are live 5 nights a week now with plenty of racing going on across the different communities. So plenty of racing to catch, but certainly good to have everyone tuning into the ENSCAR Championship as Doherty gets it done on Willie McClune.
Yeah, it's a great move on the outside of McLean there to force his way into P2. In behind Dilworth and Harding going down the inside. Pluck and Stillborn going head-to-head down the back stretch as Doherty showing the nose into turn 3.
Look at this, 3
coming
wide.
Into turn 3 wide, yeah, Brad. Barry Neal putting the pressure on the left-hand quarter panel of Pluck's car there. Saying, come on, son, let's make a move.
I tell you what, this has probably been the best start to a season throughout all the seasons so far. I think we've had, we've had 4 or 5 cautions, Carl?
I think that was caution number 4, so
yeah,
this is a great
4.
start.
Yeah, certainly the guys out there, as we get through every season, the racing just gets better and better. So we see Bryce Harding here going to battle with teammate.
Jordan in the background.
Yeah, this is on, I tell you.
This is we were talking about this at the top a little bit earlier in the broadcast there, Brad, that you can scroll through the top 10 of this field and any one of those guys could just well and truly take the win on any given night. So this is why we're seeing some sort of action-packed racing, good passing, and high-quality sort of stuff here.
Mate, I'm amazed at this run from Barry Neal at the moment.
Absolutely.
Now, how good...
him and Pluck are just having an absolute ding-dong battle here. So, and two clean drivers too. So you know that they're going to produce some good stuff. But Harding doing a bit of drafting in behind McClune here, who they've just fallen off the back of. This is Dilworth with the fastest lap, fallen off the back of Dilworth and Doherty. So maybe the two out in front just squeezing away a wee bit and seeing if they can gap them and put one hand on the first round win and punch that golden ticket to the chase that means so much to these guys, Brad.
Yeah, too right. Look at these most positions gained. Barry Neal up 36 positions as we go yellow. What has unfolded here on board?
No,
with
Gray,
Gregory.
Aaron Gray.
That is Aaron Gray. He has gone around.
There's Don Gilbert or Sontag, one of the one-star boys, getting caught up in that as he goes round again.
Oh no, that is no deal. We'll just we'll try and pick this up.
A bit early for victory donuts.
Hopefully this is going to tell us what happened here. So we bring up the ENSCAR instant replay. Aaron Gray comes unstuck here. We're going to have to go out car just to try and see. Oh, just in contact with Simmons. I don't even want to call that one as Simmons gets turned as well from Gregory. Gregory just misses the back of Gray. Oh, and here's the damage hit right there. That looked like David Sontag maybe in the number 8. And as Gray just tries to get it going again and loops it up. So back under caution here at Indianapolis.
Is he a long lost relative of yours, Davo?
Aaron's last name is Dodgy, you're not wrong. Oh, hell.
Well, 16 laps to go.
Yeah, so I was about to say, Carl, that, you know, a yellow now is going to spice things up with Barry Neal sitting right there amongst this field and every chance of making an impact as he sits now P6. Let's see how
his usual antics.
Yeah, let's see how he goes on this restart. Because the closer he gets, he's definitely going to be one that's going to be able to throw some shots at Luke Dilworth. But to be fair, Dilworth is on absolute fire lately. His form in the Xfinity Series just top notch, and now definitely transferring through to the series. Of course, he was unlucky last year. Last season, booked himself into that championship chase, and then went away on holiday as the chase started. So, you know, missed out on making those cuts. So, a full season this year, and he is definitely going to be one that's going to be there right come championship time.
Absolutely, and like you say, that vein of form he is in is you want to strike while the iron's hot. Definitely when you're in that sort of form, and notch up a win nice and early in the season, and get yourself into the chase, Brad.
Yeah, and the earlier you do that, the more you can relax as the season goes through. You know, you've you've done what you need to be in that chase. You can sort of look to your teammates, try and get them through as well, and then from there, you're all there come the pointy end of the season when everyone needs to be there and you've got plenty of help around you. And that's what's sort of put these Sigma guys out in front of the rest of them, is when it comes to the pointy end of the season, they have teammates there.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
As we get our part-time pit reporter in the chat now, of course, out there racing tonight, but yeah, saying she's pretty warm out there, Natalia. It has been a brilliant start to the ENSCAR season. We've got 15 laps to go. It'll be 14 next time by. And well, Doherty trying to throw everything he can at Dilworth at the moment. And can he find a way to get in to the front of this race? That is the big question. So we should see lights go out on the safety cars. We see Cole Trickle there down pit lane looking to get himself back out on track. As the lights do go out. Chat's going off there.
Yeah, I was actually just scrolling through.
Oh, there you go.
Twitch.
It's Northway in the chat. So he went from 43rd. We asked. Yeah, oh, sorry, Carl, to interrupt you. But we saw how he went down to below the apron. He ran 43rd to 12th, and one of his kids woke up. So that was the reason for him departing the race.
He also did pop that same message into Discord not long after that happened. But yeah, I just actually scrolled, scoured through Twitch, and there's actually a few other guys streaming from some sort of in-car action, which was quite good to go and see if I could get some sort of telemetry and see how much fuel and or tyres what they were on. So, but nothing really stood out. And head over. I think Brad just put it in the chat. Head over and hassle Kempy on his in-car view of his nights. Don't be too shy of throwing some banter his way and getting stuck into him.
So you're right, it's lights out. We look to go back racing here at Indianapolis. It's 57 in the box this time by, so we're only going to have 13 to run in this one. Can we go green or make that 14, sorry, when they cross the line? Dilworth in the front seat at the moment. Yeah, absolutely, Davo. You're calling it right there. Get stuck into him if you go over to his channel. Go give him a follow and get rip into him. Absolute quality stream he runs. It's good to watch when he's doing those official races. Always a good laugh.
Dilworth's takeoff goes out to a little bit of a lead there, Brad, and doesn't let Doherty get the edge on McClone and Harding. And look at that, Stillborn. So we got 4 Sigma cars line astern, holding Doherty out wide. Look for these guys to maybe use a bit of drafting tactics to get away there. No, Doherty does a great job of getting back in. So he's having a good night, isn't he? Really, like having a really strong drive.
Yeah, he's looking to attack the back of Willie McClone here. Will he show his nose as Bryce Harding there, Mr. Consistent, currently sitting P4. And
look who's charging.
Yeah, Barry Neal right there. One to keep an eye on in the closing stages here. Has he got enough tyre life under him? Dilworth looking super strong at the moment, in control of this race. And I tell you what, one of those Priuses now inside the top 20, Deepak Gregory. After we saw that earlier contact.
Is he doing Uber Eats?
Surely. Once he knocks off here, mate, that is going to be the Uber Eats car.
Yeah, well, he can Uber Eats something up to the comms box for us, like Uber Piss or Uber Eats or something.
Yeah, get us something. As we see the other one here, is Jordeep Stubbs in the 59. Having a bit of a battle at the moment with David Sontag. Of course, one of those guys we were mentioning earlier, just up in front of these guys. Having a bit of unfortunate luck, I guess. Xavier Simmons. Of course, he goes in tomorrow night as current 3 NZ in the midgets. So we'll be catching up with him before the stream tomorrow night. He'll be looking to try and go better in that one. Of course, he has been on a fairly good run in the Xfinity Series as of late. So
he has, and just before we... the last lap there, actually, just out of shot, Justin Allen was making a couple of nice moves down the inside in 3 and 4, so good to see him putting the car where it needs to go and making some moves as he shows the nose again down there, down the back stretch.
And as the cameraman changes cameras, we have 12 to go. Hayden Kirk now working his way into the top 10. And doing a good job out there tonight. Oh, contact with the fence further back in the field. Is everyone putting it on the line? Doherty here, racing for P2. McClone to his outside. Looking for a way past. Can he get it done here? Dilworth in the meantime stretching out in front to a 2-second lead. And
see that, folks.
All bar a yellow, you could almost see him getting it done. Barry Neal now forcing it 3 wide. Oh, hold on. Barry Neal gets it done, moves into P3. And look for him and Doherty to work together in this one. They've got to get together and try and force something on these Sigma guys, because at the moment Luke Dilworth running away with it out front. Barry Neal trying to find some draft down the front straight.
That was some high quality action there, Brad. That was on the edge of your seat sort of stuff, and Barry putting the nose down the inside, and I'm on the safest line here, folks. You guys fight it out on the outside of me. And great there from Doherty, just sort of backing out of it and then being able to get back down the inside of Harding. So some high quality racing there, and Barry Neal into P3. So it's a great drive and a sort of bit of risk there to take it and get some position. And now he's probably going to go to work at the back of that Sigma Sim Sports car in front of him and Willie McClune. And he's going to have some task to chase down Luke Dilworth, who's climbing up to 2.5 seconds plus lead. So, yeah, you're right, Brad. But getting inside 10 to go, if he's got 2.5 second lead, he's one determined man to get that golden ticket early.
Yeah, certainly stretching that lead out now as we've only got 9 to go. So laps certainly running down for everyone else. And just going through the field now, trying to pick up our front rookie at the moment, Ben Stillborn, doing a great job in P6. Looking to get to the back of Doherty and work some form of pressure onto him. A new driver, of course, for that Sigma Sim Sports team.
He's doing a great job tonight. Just scrolling through the totem pole, Brad, and no real big upsets coming through there, but you'd think that McLean's going to make it quite hard for these guys to get past and make the move. And as we see Dilworth just, what we say, 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds out in front. So even if you do get the job done on McLean, you're probably not going to close that gap in 8 laps. So barring a yellow or an absolute catastrophe, looks like they're fighting for the minors.
Oh, look at Simmons here, working his way past Matt Blee, another rookie in the field, I believe, with Janma sitting back there, currently sitting in P21. Not a bad start for Janma. That brilliantly presented Collins Automotive THD Sim Sports car. And
Looking like
fact, I'd say he's the lead THD driver at the moment. We see Deepak Gregory just in behind them.
Is that Big Pop?
Yeah, Big Pop doing a good
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
flying the flag at the moment.
Is Deepak's coming under siege from? Oh no, it's Wayne. I thought it was Justin. Wayne got his car fixed.
Wayne looks like he's a lap down. So
But his car was toast when it went into pit lane. So
yeah, Wayne
might have been him.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say it might have been him making the moves, but one of those boys making some nice moves down the inside a few laps ago. But yeah, that car looked like it had all sorts of steering damage at the front end of that VSK Mustang.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get that back out on track. He's currently sitting in P34. But we see Deepak Gregory currently P23. But out front, it's all Luke Dilworth at the moment. We see a bit of a battle here for second and third between McClune and Harding. But, Barry Neal there. You see him come into contact with Stillborn a little bit. So are those tyres starting to fade? 3 wide. Matt Pluck trying to work his way forward now. Currently sits P7. And a brilliant effort so far from Luke Bradley, currently sitting P6.
Yeah, he last season showed some good patches of form and had good pace, and again just sort of had moments where he was a little bit unlucky, but definitely got the pace to mix it up there in the top 10 and do a good job of that.
As we see here, Paul Stewart worked his way inside the top 10 now. Great drive from him. Hayden Kirk and Dylan Jordan going at it in the background. George Elliott there too. A master of saving those tyres we've seen from Elliott throughout his NSCAR career. So
Absolutely, yeah. He's another one that's one quick customer too behind one of these NASCARs, as we see pit lane reporter actually jostling between those two and Liam Wire.
yeah, Liam's got to be fairly happy with this effort so far. Currently sitting P13. And, he tends to have a bit of bad luck. Oh, we see a car out of shape in the background. Is he going to hold on to it? Comes back out in front of Deepak Gregory. Somehow.
That is some save, folks.
Yeah, that was a wild moment. In fact, was that Stubbs? The Jaw Deep, I believe. No, it was in fact Deepak Gregory sits up in front of these guys. And, man, that was a wild moment there from Matt Blee. In that number 19 car.
Yeah, but I guess, sorry, just to touch on what you were sort of starting back then, Brad. Liam Wire, sitting in 12th, 13th. Again, new to the series last season, did limited racing, showed potential. So, another good night for him. But, ordinarily you would, say, oh, yeah, happy with that mid-pack 15th sort of finish with some of the, if you're sort of coming through the seasons or starting the season out, but to think that some of these guys that have been around a wee while that in seasons gone by were huge contact with Paul Stewart round there on the short street, Brad.
And that's going to bring out the yellow. Are we on here, Carl, for one sort of finish? I tell you what, one man that did not want to see that was Luke Dilworth.
No.
In a commanding position. And we go yellow late in the race to throw this one wide open. And I tell you what, we are on for a green-white checker finish. And anything can and will happen.
Well, he has got the luxury of his Sigma Sim Sports mates around him, so there may be... You would like to think that there won't be much competition in terms of hard racing, and possibly just holding off the fight from Ben Doherty and Matthew Pluck. So 4 of the top 5 positions tonight are taken out by Sigma Sim Sports drivers so far. So when you've got a commanding 3-second lead, the last thing you want to see is the dreaded yellow flag.
Yeah, too right, as we just see it there. Paul Stewart made a little error, and from there it definitely went south for him. So we are on for, no doubt, a classic finish here at Indy. Can Dilworth hold them out? On the restart, she's going to be all go, Carl. We know what happens on green-white checker finishes here in the NSCAR Championship. We've seen some absolute classic finishes. And, mate, I hope we are in for one tonight.
Yeah, we were lucky. We were treated to one last year when even the timing charts couldn't split us.
Yeah, how good was that? That was certainly the greatest finish in history. Is we going to see some stops?
No.
Oh, Doherty thought about it. Thought about it long and hard and decided no. We're going to see... No, Deepak Gregory stays out. And, yep, some cars at the back going to take the opportunity. While you are that far back, you may as well take a shot. See if you can make something happen. Gain as many positions as you can from the back of the field. As we see here, Doherty, can he take anything to these Sigma guys running 1, 2, 3? What a start to the season it has been for these guys so far. That man in control, Luke Dilworth.
Yeah, it's the Sigma show rolls on again, certainly, doesn't it, Brad?
Yeah, absolutely. And mate, I tell you what, we better have a look while we have only a few laps to go where we are heading next week for week 2 of the championship.
Is that Chicagoland?
I have a feeling you are correct in that one. Just
Quickly scroll through Discord here and find it for you.
of course, a couple of other extra added things to the season this year, Carl, we haven't touched on yet, and that is the ENSCAR Knockout Cup.
Auto Club.
Oh, there you go, Auto Club. So
Yes,
that's
something similar to the one. Sorry to interrupt you. Something similar to the one in real life, where it's like a bracket match play type format. Like what they're going to be introducing in real life is what you're talking about, eh?
Yeah. So they're going to run it from rounds 4 to 8, and basically we'll see drivers go up against each other, and obviously the person who finishes in front of the other one's going to advance through to that next round until we get to the final of that mid-season, I believe. We'll get to that. So, everything to race for. Again, it's always good to see things put in for those drivers, who may not be in contention, something to keep them alive.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just obviously another wee initiative that that the league's brought up, and obviously, it's a league for the league, and these little things that get added in just to spice things up and keep keep everyone entertained and catered for, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely, and obviously the plate championship that you claimed last season is going to be contested again this season. So it's truly what makes a solid field throughout the season, consistent numbers. So it makes for a great championship, as we see here, lights out, and cars too wide, looking to get back into racing. We will have a green-white checker finish here at Indianapolis, round 1 of the ENSCAR Championship for Season 2 2024. And who is going to claim it here? Dilworth, been commanding all night, looking to seal the deal. Defending champion outside him, and Bryce Harding. Teammates.
Who are you picking, Brad?
What's that?
Who are you picking?
Mate, I'm going to say Dilworth is going to be too strong. Just so far tonight, he has been in top form. And I think he is going to get it done here. He will be in control on the restart. No doubt in comms with his teammates. Look at the restart here from McClune, who sits in behind Dilworth. As the field now come down to the start-finish line.
And they're away.
Back racing here at Indianapolis. Dilworth, a brilliant restart. I'll tell
He
you
just needs to get to the white flag here, Brad.
Look at McClune here and Harding battling it out. Of course, we make it to that white flag. We race to the finish. McClune, Harding going at it for second and third, but Dilworth has stormed away out front.
Are they racing too wide to shut Doherty out?
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting. Doherty, he's going to get in that draft. He's going to be hard to hold off. You'd look to see him try and work his way into the podium. So is that Matt Pluck? It is too.
There's them behind him, yep.
Working himself into a podium position late in this one. Contact further back. Will we stay green? Manages to save it. White flag in the air. We are racing to the finish. Luke Dilworth out in front from Willie McClune. Bryce Harding. It looks like it's all done and dusted for the podium. Doherty doesn't look like he's got anything for them. It's going to be a Sigma Sim Sports whitewash. Week 1 of the ENSCAR Championship. Dilworth holding them out. McClune looking for something. He's not going to get it though. One corner to go. Luke Dilworth looking for the early ticket to the championship chase. And
He's got it, Brad.
you can lock it in. Sigma Sim Sports 1, 2, 3 finishes in a
Scratch in the background.
It's going off in the background. Paul Stewart involved. David Sontag. 57 of Craig Corbett sideways across the track. And well, the big one came at the end of that one. But Dilworth gets it done. Week 1 of the championship. A commanding performance. And a Sigma Sim Sports lockout on that podium. Ominous signs for the season ahead, Carl.
Yep, that's. I think they've just stamped their authority on week 1 of the ENSCAR season 2, haven't they, Brad? And they've put a message out to all the drivers here saying, "Look, boys, you've got to. This is what you're going to do to front up and beat us." So, yeah, it's definitely a statement on week 1, Brad.
Yeah, too right. And I tell you what, look at that man, Justin Allen. Up 17 positions in that race. A great drive from him as we see Luke Dilworth celebrate in the number 63 form, carrying over to the ENSCAR Championship from that Virtual Racing Aotearoa Xfinity Series. And instantly says he is going to be a hard man to stop this season. As we get your results on screen, Dilworth, nothing in it across the line. Sigma Sim Sports, 1, 2, 3. Never mind that privateer business, that is not correct. Go through that field. Matt Clark home P5. Dylan Jordan, teammate, home in P9. Aidan Gregory, a great drive to come home in P11. We go through to the first THD Sim Sports driver. That is going to be Jamie Yanma. A top 20 finish for him tonight. Gets it home. And we go Deepak Gregory in that Toyota Prius, making the debut in the ENSCAR Cup Championship. Brings it home P21. And teammate Jordeep Stubbs home 23rd. Not a bad effort from him tonight as he survives the race. We go to our DNFs for the night. And looks like there was a few of them there, Carl.
Yes, there was. But next to our next set of formalities, Brad, we've got a few guys waiting in the wings to have a chat to us on the back of the results of the Superior Lawn Solutions 175 at Indianapolis. We in third place, we'll drag in Bryce Harding, hey?
Yeah, we'll get him in. Of course, defending champion and certainly kick-starting the season. A podium finish, Bryce, mate. What a race. You know, the yellows were fairly limited tonight, and Sigma Sim Sports certainly standing up. You coming home at P3, mate. What a start to the season.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Everything up front was so clean. You know, there was a couple little bumps and stuff there, but I didn't see the cause of a single yellow from all those guys up in the top kind of 15 there, which was great. Didn't really have things go my way today. That portion of the middle up to the others, well, quite a bunch of the others that all pitted, threw me down the order a bit, so I had to work my way towards the end, work my way forwards towards the end. But yeah, it was good fun. Good fun passing cars. Yeah,
it certainly is, and hey, you can't beat that, you know. We could have spent half the race behind the safety car, but tonight everyone turning up with clear intentions, and certainly was a great race and a hard-fought podium finish for you, but still a great start to the season. And mate, anyone you wanted to thank while you are up here in the comms box?
I just want to make a shout out to the sponsor for tonight, Superior Lawn Solutions. It's really cool that we got these sponsors, and Active Howick as well for sponsoring the series. And I just want to thank Sigma and Vulcan for the car.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cheers, Bryce, for coming in for a chat with us, mate. Good way to kickstart the season, and all the best for next week as we head to Auto Club, I believe it was.
Cool, man. Hey, are you doing the draw for the?
Yes.
You pulling the number out?
Yeah, mate. Jump
Sweet.
on the screen.
Make sure you know what. Make sure you know what my number is, eh?
Yeah. Well, Wayne's doing it, but we'll bring it up on stream for you. I'm hoping I get it, to be fair. So.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, Bryce.
Yeah, awesome.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah, cheers, Bryce.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
All right, we will bring in our second place finisher now. Willie McClune, a great drive tonight, mate. Solid performance and a good way to kickstart the season.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was quite a fun race. The draft here is funny, eh? Like, sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't. And in those last few laps, I was a bit worried. Didn't have very good car speed on the straights, but managed to get a good restart, and that's basically what helped me get P2.
Yeah, too right. A lot hinged on those restarts tonight, and especially when you go to a green-white checker finish, and obviously teammates around you helping each other get home. But Ben Doherty, Matt Pluck threw everything at you guys tonight, and along with Barry Neal, to be fair, but holding out, doing a great job coming home second.
Yeah, bloody good for the team. And I think Ben in fifth, or Ben sixth. That's pretty awesome for his first time in these cars.
Yeah, certainly. As we
well done to him.
mentioned him through our SMNZ Championship and come home sixth in his first showing. Form for you guys seems to be carrying over from that Xfinity Series through to the Cup cars. So, mate, could be a good season ahead for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully it plays out like that. Last season was a bit up and down for me, so I'm hoping this one's going to be a bit smoother.
Yeah, too right. Well, cheers, Willie, for coming in for a chat with us, mate. Congrats on the second place finish tonight. Anyone you wanted to thank quickly before we let you go?
Just the Sigma boys. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome.
Cheers, mate.
Awesome. Cheers, Willie. There you go. Thoughts from your second place finisher. We'll grab our first man to lock himself in to the championship chase. A dominating fashion tonight. Luke Dilworth, mate, what a drive tonight and getting it done.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know about dominating, but it was a fair push. I'll give it that. Definitely took a bit of extra after taking that early stop, just trying to get a bit of fuel in the tank, and I think it's starting to become a trend that there's a bit of strategy to play now, and it makes it definitely easier in the long run if you've got that extra fuel. But it was a good race though.
Yeah, certainly was, and a limited amount of yellows, which was certainly good to see in the opening round of a championship. Sets the scene for the rest of the season, to be fair, and now you locked yourself in nice and early. Relax a little bit before you head into the next few rounds. Maybe get some of those teammates home and lock themselves into the championship, so you're all there for that main chase.
Yeah, definitely. That's the plan, is to get as many of us locked in as possible, and it's always fun when you get to race your mates for a championship, so we'll see how we go. And we've got a couple of my favourite tracks coming up in the first half of the season, so I'd like to keep my run going at Richmond. That'd be my main thing, and see how it goes.
Yeah, awesome. Well, mate, congrats on the win tonight, obviously locking yourself into that championship chase, and mate, good start to the season. Anyone you wanted to quickly thank before we let you go?
Yeah, thanks. Just the Sigma boys again for pouring in plenty of time to get better. And Cole from Dirty Fix, she just does such a good job with our cars. So, yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Well, cheers, Luke, for coming in for a chat with us, mate. Congrats on the win tonight, and mate, all the best for the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to you and Carl again for streaming. It's it's awesome what you guys do, and then Wayne and his guys for running this league. It's pretty awesome. We keep coming back. Keeps taking up a lot of my time, practicing and stuff, but we love it. So
yeah. Awesome. Well, cheers again, Luke, and mate, maybe we'll catch you next week at Auto Club.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers. Well, almost done here for the night, Carl. We'll drag this man in here now. Wayne Van Biljon, mate. Bit of a tough night for yourself, but the main reason I guess that you are here is to get this draw underway, of course, for that Shane Van Gisbergen model.
Absolutely. Nobody wants to hear about my night, so let's just get straight into the draw.
Share your
No, it's-
screen. Share your screen,
Yeah, it
mate.
was-
We'll get it up.
was a good night. Popping up. Yeah, it was a good night. So thanks to everybody that's turned up tonight and supported it. Here's the live draw. So everybody that bought a ticket, we've chucked your name in this cool little Wheel of Names app.
Before
So
you
come
do
up on
it,
your
before you
Yep.
do it,
Oh.
hit that shuffle button.
hit shuffle.
Yeah. And it'll put everyone random
Oh.
instead of in order.
All right, we'll shuffle that.
Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
Cool. Is that live on the stream? We all good?
Yeah, mate, we are live on the stream. Get into it. Of course, winner for that. We're getting a bit of feedback, but it's alright.
Oh, I've got that gone. That was my fault.
Yep.
So, are we ready to spin?
Yep.
Give us a
Spin
give us a
away.
countdown.
Okay,
Ned.
3, 2, 1, hit it.
Who's it going to be?
30
Where's the drum
seconds
roll?
left.
Yeah,
Where's the drum roll?
That's all I got, mate. That is all I've got. It's gone past me, so. Oh, it's going to be Luke Yeager, Matt Pluck, R.C. Brown,
Does it stop?
Dion Gregory, D-Pack Gregory. Lock it in, son. Gets it done.
Oh,
A win for THD Simsports. How good.
Awesome. Awesome. That was good fun. Thanks everybody supporting the raffle. That's a good result for the season. I'm sure Dion will be happy. We'll get that boxed up and sent away. Thanks everybody else for having a crack, and we'll see if we can bring in another one of these bad boys of a sort and have another go.
Yeah, too right. Well, thanks for that, Wayne. Mate, congrats to Dion Gregory for claiming that. Improve your night a bit, mate. You'll be happy about that. But again, cheers, Carl, first of all, for coming in, mate, calling the racing tonight. What a way to get the season underway.
yeah, no, it's been good. Obviously, like I said at the start, getting a bit of practice in on Sunday nights to prime me up for Wednesday. So, been looking forward to this all week and enjoying sort of calling this action, and that's where it's at. And I guess the last thing from me before we go, obviously, big shout out to obviously Active Health Howick for being the main sponsors. So, obviously, anyone that's watching, if you obviously go along, support them and see if you need any help from them, and obviously our round sponsor and Superior Lawn Solutions. So again, if you're watching, go along to the websites for those two companies and show them some support for getting in behind the series and that. But yeah, it's all from me. Thank you, Brad. Another good night, and we'll get all set for next week.
Yeah, too right, Carl. We head to Auto Club next week for round 2 of the ENSCAR Championship. But for tonight, that is all we have for you. Thank you to everyone for tuning in for the racing. Make sure you tune in for round 2 next week. Course tomorrow night, the big one, the New Zealand Midget title. Get amongst that. If you aren't following, hit that follow button. Turn the notifications on. You'll get notified when we go live. And of course, head over to our Facebook page to keep up with what is coming up as far as streaming goes. That is THD Sim Sport Productions. But for now, that is all we have from Indianapolis. We will see you all tomorrow night for that midget title. Until then,